Crazy Crab in the house. And today, gonna talk about why I do not want, absolutely do not want to see a Joker sequel. I'm gonna get into the main reasons why, but it really boils down to two main things. Number one, this particular Joker movie is a reimagining, a retelling, and the way that they present this Joker, while I love the movie, I gave the movie 10 out of 10, but I don't think that this Joker will match up well and is something that I want to see. I don't want to see this Joaquin Phoenix Joker mixed in with the superhero Batman world that we're used to in Batman movies. I don't want to see it. I just like this movie as a standalone. But the second reason, and maybe the more important one, is that after this movie made $1 billion, if they make a sequel, now the studio is going to be more involved. It's going to be more of a money grab. They're going to be more involved and they're going to be more demanding of, oh, dude, no, there's going to be more arguments. Do it this way, do it that way. And then you get a crap movie. I'm pretty sure a Joker sequel is, to me, a recipe for disaster for both of those reasons. So let me get into the first reason. And there were a lot of people who watched this movie that didn't like it because they said this is not a good Joker. It's not the Joker that we're used to, and it's not. It's a different Joker because it's a different movie. It's not a sequel to any other Batman movie. It's a reimagining of Joker and how he is a broken character and he gets messed up and he starts killing people. Now, why he does it in the comics is different than why he does it in this movie. In this film, he's not such a diabolical genius. You know, he's not that smart in this movie. I mean, he's okay, but he's not a genius, and he is not skilled in combat like the Joker that we're used to, like the Joker from the Dark Knight series, or from the Dark Knight. That was the only movie the Joker was in, but he is not skilled like that. But still, to watch his development and how he became the Joker in that movie, in that solo movie, is awesome. I love the movie. I love the way the movie ends. Not giving any major spoilers, but at the end of the movie, when he becomes Joker and he's got his face painted and he's standing on the car, I mean, it's absolutely freaking thrilling, okay? And I love it. And this movie is one of my favorite. But I don't know if you call this a total comic book movie. I just call it a movie based on some comic book characters, or majorly one comic book character, and they try to retell it in a way that is much more grounded in a society that we can relate to, because it's more something that could actually happen in a messed up, society in the 80s, and that's what happens. And I know, it's very similar to the Joker story and the Batman story, because you got, Bruce Wayne in there as a kid and all that. They put all that in there, which is cool, because it all matches the lore and everything somewhat. But they take a lot of liberties in the Joker character himself to be able to make it a more human story. And it is freaking awesome. But if you make a sequel to it, now are you going to make Bruce Wayne grow up and Batman's going to be flying around and you expect to see this, this Joker, this Joaquin Phoenix, this kind of mentally ill, he's kind of gotten his confidence together now and he's Joker, and that's the way the movie ended. But is he going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with Batman? With Batman, one of the, strongest, best hand-to-hand combat humans ever, with all of his technology, with Alfred, and you think that this villain is going to be, I don't know how that's going to work. I don't see how that would work. And I don't know if I want to see it work. I like comic book movies, but to me, comic book movies are more just popcorn entertainment fun. They're not top quality, great cinema normally. There is exceptions, but for the most part, those movies are usually they got a lot of things you can nitpick. They're kind of dumb. And I don't want to see a dumb Joker 2. I don't want to see a Joker 2 because I think it will be dumb, which leads me into my second point. Why would it be dumb? It's going to be dumb also because now the studio realizes, holy cow, we made $1 billion plus with this movie. Now they're going to get their fingers all in there. Now it's going to be, you saw it with Frozen 2. If you saw Frozen 2, and I'm not saying the original Frozen was brilliant or anything or a masterpiece at all, but it was a solid film because they more or less left the filmmakers alone, said, do what you do. Disney's like, okay, it sounds like a good idea. Go ahead and make your movie. Oh, it ends up being this juggernaut that makes billions of dollars. Oh my gosh. Now for Frozen 2, they're going to get more involved in it. They're going to say, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do this, we got to do that. They're going to inject identity politics in there, and there's going to be just so many hands in the soup that it's going to be nasty. And Frozen 2 comes out, and from a lot of accounts, it is pretty stupid. It is not a very good plot. It's not a very good story. Sure, the special effects are there. Sure, all that's going to be there because they have the money. But where's the story? Now, hopefully, Joker 2, between the director and between Joaquin Phoenix, they are, not going to take it on if it's a horrible script, if that's the case. And that's what I'm hoping. I don't want to see it because I think it's going to be horrible. Maybe there won't be identity politics. That's just an example. But I think that the studio will get really involved. And there's going to be a lot of, arguments about which direction to go. And there's going to be reshoots like we're seeing in Rise of Skywalker. Just reshoots left and right and just trying to do this audience testing, instead of just making a passionate project like they did with the first one. In other words, I have no faith that they can make a good sequel. I have no faith that I can make a good sequel. I don't know if there's a good sequel to be made, going back to my first point. But even if you can figure out a way to make a good sequel, and can find a way to make Batman exist within this Joker's universe, then we go to my second point. The studio is just going to jack it up. I don't want to see a Joker 2. I hope that this Joker stays alone and stays a solo movie. Do not mess with it. But when a movie makes $1 billion, the studio, who only care about money, is going to try to make a sequel. Don't let it happen. I would tell the director, I forget his name, Phillips, Todd Phillips, I think is his name. I would tell him, and I would tell Joaquin Phoenix, don't even bother. Don't mess with it. It's going to suck. Unless they give you complete creative control, say no thank you. This is Crazy Crab, and I'm coming to you with another video today, and I want to apologize for lack in content lately. Been working on some other things, but I'm going to try to come up with a video from time to time right here. Crazy Crab, not going anywhere. Y'all have a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you next time.